to announce a Kickstarter. We were actually asked to. This is full disclosure or FTC disclosure. It's not a sponsored promotion, but Frontier Games has asked us if we'd be willing to mention their Kickstarter, which is coming up on the 20th. Before we switch to our next game, I am going to switch over to the Kickstarter information real quick. It's an interesting game. It starts on the 20th. I think it has a full 30 days that it's going to be running. And it's a dice game. It's a worker placement dice game. It's going to... Let me just switch to it real quick. It's called Cavern Tavern. And you're essentially working in a tavern. You're trying to please the barkeep while also pleasing the folks that are, you know, the patrons of the bar, and your dice are your workers. So it's very similar to other, you know, like Euphoria is one of them, but there's that space one too, where all of the all the places are named after famous sci-fi authors. Why am I? It's not Among the Stars. I own it. Why don't I remember what it's called? But it's like that, where the dice is the worker. They're being really smart about the Kickstarter. I don't see, when I look at the page, I don't see a lot of like special Kickstarter only this and that. They do have runic dice, which will be Kickstarter only. Otherwise, at retail you'll get regular dice. The other thing to be aware of is if you do choose to Kickstart it will be $11 cheaper than the retail price. And it looks interesting. I think this is their first Kickstarter. The game looks fun. Here's some of the artwork from the game. These cards are really cute. They have posted some stuff on Board Game Geek that as they were creating, which I thought was really interesting, so they got player feedback. And that's I believe these are the final designs of the cards, which I think everything right now is final. I hope I'm right because I want to represent this correctly. It looks like an interesting game. Full disclosure, I don't Kickstart very often. I'm very picky about what I Kickstart. I will likely not be able to join into this Kickstarter because of the whole furnace thing, but if I was able to, it would be something I'd be interested in because I like dice worker placement games. And then this is just a couple of quick stock shots of the actual game in play. I don't know if those meeples are final. But I believe everything else is. So it's really cute, and they do have their Kickstarter page up on, it's up, it's just inactive, so you can actually converse with them. They're really quick about reacting to questions that people have and suggestions. They're open to suggestions, and I really like that about it. And we may actually announce them again, you know, later on. We don't want that. Later on, after it's gone live, just to let folks know. So if it's something that you're interested in, I'll link to the Kickstarter if folks are curious. But again, this looks like an interesting game. I think it'll be fun. You know, you guys are welcome to Kickstarter if you want to. If you do, we'll play it. Unfortunately,
I'm definitely thinking I might.
If I can't Kickstart it, and again, I have to keep conscious of my funds right now as I'm trying to pay off that broken furnace. But if I don't Kickstart, I will likely purchase it at retail because it looks very interesting. And the video that they have on there really sold me on it. I thought it was really cute. So, Cavern Tavern. So we're gonna switch now to the away screen for a moment so we can clean this game up and set up our next game. We're actually gonna play another Kickstarter game. We're gonna play Boss Monster. Yes, and this is a cute game. I think you guys will enjoy it. So we're gonna switch real quick here. And we'll be back.
Not blinking.
There we go.
All right. Okay.
And we're back.
So let me just change the name because this is definitely not Archipelago.
No.
No.
Although
It's
Archipelago.
Bassmaster.
Fun. We're gonna play some Bassmaster. Some people don't like the game because it is a little bit samey when you play it multiple times, but I think it's a great filler game and it's also really fun to kind of play. You know, every once in a while, right? So I'm just gonna make these straight because OCD. It's gonna drive me crazy.
I have the distinct impression we're going to be crazy by the end of this.
These are the items. I guess I'll put these over here, and then heroes I'll keep off the thing until. All right, so we're gonna hand out a random boss card to everybody. We'll start with Aaron, and then we'll move on to Ian.
What a good boss.
And then we'll take this one. And the rest go away.
I'm very sad right now.
Oh. I'm playing Draculord, the hypnotic vampire. He has 900 XP. When he levels up, target opponent reveals his or her hand to you. Take one card and put it in your hand. So he sucks your blood, I guess.
Yeah. I am King Croak, Sultan of the Sewers. I have 800. I need 800 experience. My level up effect is search the room deck or discard pile for an advanced monster room. I may immediately build that room.
Nice.
I am Robobo. I am an angry golem. When I level up, each opponent must choose and destroy one room in his or her dungeon. And it's 400 XP to level up.
Alright.
I am Cerebellus, Father Brain. What? That's your favorite?
I would have wanted that.
No, he hasn't played before.
Level up, you may draw 3
No, but
spell
it would be
cards, then discard a spell card.
Oh, so it is.
It's totally me.
650 experience.
Okay. That's a good one. Because spells are not always easy to get in here. Alright, so I'm actually going to put the items and the heroes down here because we're going to put the heroes out in a line this way. And just to make it look prettier. We have heroes. Because I have the expansion, these heroes have items, and we're going to just kind of lay these out as we play. So I'm going to move this so I don't knock them all into Sue's lap because I'm sure she'd appreciate that. So the way we...
I just want to look at these.
Oh. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I get it. Now,
Yes, you are evil incarnate.
So, essentially, your room cards are going to be placed to the left of your boss card, and you're going to have up to 5. So, that's how you tell where, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put mine right here, just in the corner. And then you're going to build your dungeon this way.
So. I guess. Hold on.
Yeah, very shiny.
I want to just switch seats because it makes me.
Your name's going to be weird.
You
Because yours
You
is
can
sideways.
slide mine over.
I can't. It doesn't rotate.
Whatever.
I don't think you can. Maybe you can. Let's find out.
I think if you just slide it along the edge, it should.
It's facing. Yours is facing different from ours.
Right, I know.
Literally, the image is rotated in
I see.
Photoshop. So let me see if
It's
I can
fine.
change that.
Just leave me there. I'll just pretend that I'm over here. That's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't
Put
let
it
you
to
rotate
the
it.
side.
Why doesn't it let you rotate it? That's so silly.
I'm still functionally table around. It's fine.
I could make it do things.
Just put it to the right in the blackness.
Like right here.
Yeah.
That works. That works. Yeah. Okay. So I think we don't have to take anything out because we're playing a 4-player game. We've placed our boss cards and we've already set up the decks. What?
No, I'm just
I'm
like
just showing
all
you
of the
the
really
other
good bosses.
We're each going to draw 5 room cards. We're going to do this now because when I explain the rules, you can look at the cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. So each of us will just kind of go around 5 room cards and 2 spell cards. You're going to choose and discard 2 of those cards, but let's not do that until after I explain the rules for those of you who haven't played.
But we can look at them, right?
You're going to want to because I'm going to explain. Whoops. I'm going to explain the rules, and you'll want to know what those cards are. So you get 2 spell cards. Now, be aware if you discard spell cards, it's actually kind of hard to get them. But you might want to if you want more room cards. So you're still going to end up starting with 5 cards. And then before the first turn kind of begins, we're going to build 1 room. And essentially to build a room, what you're going to do is you're going to pick a room card and you're going to place it face down. Nobody gets to see what you built, so they can't react.
Yeah.
And we're going to place that down. And then once we've played all our cards, we're going to simultaneously reveal the newly built rooms. If a room has a when you build this effect, I don't know if any of you guys have a room that's like that, but if you do, it takes effect immediately. In case 2 or more effects need to be resolved, the boss with the highest XP value resolves his build first. Does that make sense? Same thing, the boss with the highest value goes first, right? Well, it doesn't really matter, honestly, but yeah, they kind of do.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter because all buildings are built simultaneously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really just tiebreakers that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Now, the player wins the game if you end the turn with 10 souls. And what the souls are these little coins that are on the bottom of the hero. So as you collect them, you can just kind of put them under your guy or on the side, however you want to do it. Aww.
Addie's like, I want souls.
You want some souls, Caddy?
Sorry,
He's a little soul kitty.
Can't give you any souls. I have to give them to someone else.
She'll let you pet her though. You lose if you gain 5 wounds. And I'm not going to flip a hero over, but on the other side of the hero card, on the bottom, instead of a coin, there's a blood drop. That is a wound. So you keep track of those the same way. We can do it right on screen. We can put them around our rooms or however we want to do it. Maybe above our thing. But if you have 5 of those, she's going to claw. It's just how she is. She's like, I can't stand on this, but she can. I'm not sure what she's doing, but that was interesting.
Parkour, kitty, parkour! She's trying to wall crawl.
Now, a turn isn't complete until all players have had a chance to act. So, in the case of a tie, as far as actions, again, highest XP goes first in that type of deal. So, you're going to build a dungeon, and we're going to attract heroes to that dungeon. And we want to kill those heroes for their souls. Now, you can strengthen rooms, you can refine rooms, you can even replace rooms. A room's treasure value determines what type of hero it tracks. So if you look at the bottom, I don't want to show off my rooms, but if you look at the bottom right, there should be like a symbol. So books are for like spell characters. There's an ankh, which is for clerics. A sword is for fighters. And I don't know if it's a key or a treasure chest for... Oh, it's a money bag. Money bag is rogues. You might have multiple symbols. If it has 2 of those symbols or 2 different symbols, it attracts heroes of both of those types. If it has multiples of symbols, you count whoever has the most of that symbol will attract that hero into their dungeon. So, for example, if I play a room that has 1 money bag and Aaron plays one that has 2, and a rogue comes up, the rogue will go to him. All rogues will go to him, actually.
Which is why it's a good or a bad thing.
It can be
depending
good. At the beginning of the game, it can be horrible.
Yeah.
Because they can trounce through and beat the crap out of you.
We've actually seen, I think, someone die turn 2.
Yes, we did. That can happen because he took all the clerics, didn't he? Was it clerics?
He took everything.
And, you know, each turn you can expand your dungeon by building a monster room or a trap room. You will have, like, a base room, but you might have something that says advanced room. I'm trying to see if I have one. They're a different color. They're like...
They have a gold symbol up in the corner.
Yeah.
And they say advance underneath the main name of the building.
Yeah. Because there's some that are gold and they're not. They're just a different type of room. So where are the rest of my rooms? There we go. So if you have an advanced room, what that means is you must build it on top of an existing room. And it must have the same type.
Right.
So if it has...
So if it was an advanced trap room, it would be over top of a trap room. If it was an advanced monster room, it would be over a monster room. Is that... or is that...
No. It has to be of the same symbol, I think. Is what it is.
So like
the
color.
icon.
Yeah.
If it
Which
has
is
the
the
treasure,
same-
same treasure.
Same
If
treasure.
it has the same treasure, I believe you can build over it.
It doesn't... It doesn't...
All right.
Because you can turn a trap room into a monster room as an advanced room. It just means you don't get whatever's below it. So, for example, let's say I played a monster room and it has an ankh and a spellbook on it.
Yeah.
And I want to turn it into a trap room, an advanced trap room. But the advanced trap room has a cash bag on it. And that's it. I can't play it. If it has an ankh or a spellbook, then I
could
play
do
it
it.
on
Okay.
top. Now that room becomes an advanced room.
I get you.
Now, if you don't want to use that room anymore because it's served its purpose, you can put a regular room right on top of it. Regular rooms can go on top of advanced rooms.
Okay.
Advanced rooms can go on top of advanced rooms as long as the symbols match. With
I
an
believe
advanced
that
room,
is the requirement. Yeah, the
yeah,
symbols match.
it's the symbols match. I'll
Now-
double check just to make sure.
Now,
I'm
do
right.
the symbols have to match if you're placing basic rooms on top of basic
No.
rooms? It's only if it's
It's
advanced.
only advanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
So advanced to go on top of basic must have the same symbol. Advanced to go on top of advanced needs to have the same symbol.
Correct, okay.
Basic can go on anything.
Makes sense.
There are some cards that can destroy rooms too, which will create like a space for you to add more stuff. But typically your dungeon's only going to be 5 rooms out at the most.
Okay.
Once it hit 5 rooms, you get the level up bonus. You only get the level up bonus once, unless a room gets destroyed and you build it up again.
Okay.
But you get your level up turn when you get 5 rooms out.
Okay.
And then there's 2 different types of heroes. There's regular heroes. Then as we get to the bottom, we're going to experience epic heroes, and they're more powerful, but they are worth 2 souls. So sometimes they can actually still kick your butt, even early in the game. We just talked about advanced rooms. Let me make sure I'm correct. Yep, it has to share at least one treasure
Yeah,
type.
one treasure type.
So we were correct. It's the icons. The top is the name of the room and then the description of the room type. So it could be monster trap, advanced room, advanced trap, advanced monster trap. The ability is kind of in the middle here, and sometimes it has a requirement. But each time, and then there's damage. The damage is what's in the heart. So each time a hero enters a room, it takes that listed damage.
Okay.
And then the treasure icons indicate what type of hero you're going to attract. So the point is, if you only have a 2 damage thing and a 4 hero walks in, he's going to take 2 damage and then kill you, or do damage to you.
Right. Okay.
So the larger your dungeon gets, the more damage the hero gets before they get to the end.
Yeah.
So does that kind of make sense as far as rooms?
Yeah.
Spells are a little bit different. And we each should have 2, so we can take a look at them. It's got just a title and then a description of what it does. And then there is a phase icon. So in the there's a hammer or an axe or both. A hammer means during the build phase is when that character when that card comes into play. If it has an axe, that's during the hero phase that you can use that spell. If it has both, you can use it in either phase.
Okay.
So, you know, sometimes you'll lay spells down as we're doing the first part of the game, which is the build phase, then we attract the heroes, and that hero phase happens. Or adventure phase, sorry. So it's during adventure phase or build phase. Or both. So when you're the active player, when you're building a room, or when heroes are moving through your dungeon. There are instances where it may go outside the scope of that, and it will specifically tell you on the card when it does, because I think there's a couple that happen on other people's turns.
Yes.
Most of the time it's during your turns, but it affects other people, or it might affect the hero, or it might affect you. So, so just be aware of that. Your spell effects are resolved first in the case of multiple spells being played during a round, because that can happen. And then other players' spells effects are resolved in XP order, highest to lowest, like we talked about. We just talked about the XP of the boss. If you notice, we start out with a base icon. So right now, I attract clerics. That's it. She attracts mages.
I attract warriors.
Ooh.
So thieves are screwed right now.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to see what we do for. So the first thing that happens is the heroes appear in town. I'm going to pull a hero out now. Might as well.
Do we discard our cards first?
Nope, not yet. Well, I mean, we should actually before we reveal the hero.
Yeah.
So basically, the hero's going to appear in town. We're going to put him right there. For each active player in the game. So we're going to get 4, and they come out in the order. So it starts left to right. Not that it matters right now in the first round, but afterwards it does. And then each player draws 1 room card. So we'll end up with 6 cards technically. And then spell cards, room cards, and activated abilities cannot be used during this phase because we're not building anything. We're just starting the turn.
Okay.
Then after that's happened, then we move into the build phase. And you have the option to build a room, and you place it face down to do that. We already talked about where they go, and if you want to put it on top, you put it face down on top of an existing room card. The player with the highest XP value must place first. Then the next highest XP places second. We did it differently before. We just went clockwise from the highest round, but let's do it the right way. Just that matters so much. But basically, while you're placing your room, you're considered the active player.
Okay.
And then you can also use card abilities and play spells marked with the build hammer icon, which we just talked about. And then the active player's effects always go first, and then any other effects that happen afterwards are in XP order.
Okay.
And once each player has a chance to build a room, you simultaneously flip over the room cards. These rooms are now considered built, and when you build this room, text takes effect. And then in the case of conflict, highest XP goes first. A lot of times we just do these simultaneously because they don't really affect anybody but you. But technically by the rules, you go by XP order.
Okay.
And then we bait the heroes.
For watching.
Yeah, it does make a lot more sense for the folks watching. And bear in mind, this text is really small. Nobody can see it.
Yeah, so we'll read it.
So we're going to need to read these so that folks watching will know what we're doing. Then we attract heroes. So you compare treasure values for each hero in town. Count the amount of treasure in each dungeon that corresponds to that hero's treasure type, and then any modifiers that you get. And the dungeon with the highest relevant treasure lures that hero. He moves to that dungeon's entrance, and you just place the hero next to the leftmost room, because they're going to enter from there. If no player has treasure of that hero's type, or if all players are tied, the hero stays in town until the next turn. That's the thing we were doing before.
So is our boss
Until the
supposed to
second
be
time
at
we
the front
did it,
of
the
the
first time.
dungeon or the end of the dungeon?
The boss is at the end, so you build your dungeon away from the boss because they have to move through it to get to you. So the boss goes on the right, the dungeon goes on the left.
So this room would be the last room before the boss, and so on and so forth? So you're building the dungeon from the end forward?
Yes.
Technically, you guys should have it over here.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter which way we do it because
Yeah.
it's the way that it's progressing. It still works the same way. But for camera-wise, I guess it would be...
Yeah, so we're okay. So
Yeah.
this is what. So we're building it in the right order, entrance through.
Yeah.
And okay, so just
So the first room you
For the
build is going to
final
go right here.
boss. Yeah.
right. Okay, that's
Next room's going to go here.
You are building outwards.
Oh, no, it's- okay.
And then
That's
your
why it
hero,
doesn't really
so the
matter
heroes
which way
yeah,
the
the hero starts
the
here and they
monster
work
is.
their way to the
Like a
boss.
side scroller.
Okay.
To
The
the
side
boss.
scrolling 8-bit
Right.
dungeon.
I just so when the hero starts, he's not in a room at all. Period.
No,
Like, there's
he starts next to the dungeon. He starts right here.
Oh, I see.
Then
okay.
you literally will count him doing damage as you go through.
Okay.
So that's why I said, like, really it doesn't matter where our monster is on here.
It's
We are
true.
building out from the monster.
I
Yeah.
get it. Okay.
Yeah, you guys can still do it on the left because you'll be. It'll almost make sense because you'll still be starting your heroes on the same side we are.
Yeah.
So I see why you did it that
Yeah,
way.
that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Okay. It was originally making sense to
Yeah.
me, and then I was like, wait a minute. Should we be honest?
Now, spell cards and room abilities cannot be used during the bait phase. So as you're learning, you can't use spells. It's when they start walking through the dungeon that you can start using spells. If multiple heroes move to a player's dungeon, they arrive in the order that they were revealed. That's why we'll be revealing them in a specific order.
Okay.
It might not seem like it matters, but some heroes have a lot of health, and that's why you want to do it in the order.
Okay.
And then during the adventures phase, the heroes attack the dungeons, and the players take turns contending with them. So you basically take turns highest XP going first, but of whoever happens to have heroes in front of them.
Yeah.
The heroes enter. You literally start them in the order that they arrived, and they move to that player's dungeon. The rooms deal damage as the heroes enter each room. And each room deals damage, not the same. Like if the treasure type's different, doesn't matter. You're walking through the room, you take the damage. If the total damage dealt to the hero equals or exceeds his health, he dies. You get the coin. That's your soul. That counts towards your 10 points. If he survives, then you flip him. You don't flip him over, but basically you take the blood drop damage. And once you hit 5, you lose. So you want 10 coins
And not
5 blood drops.
Okay.
Now, during the adventure phase, players may play spells or abilities marked with the adventure axe icon, or if they have the axe and the hammer, you can play them. The active player's effects are always resolved first again. Though players may play spells even when they are not the active player, so you can mess with people.
Right.
And then you kind of move folks to your scoring.
So there's one thing I'm just confused about. Does that mean that when we start the very first round, we're going to have a one-room dungeon?
Yes.
Yes.
And then it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger,
Yes.
but basically the heroes are just going to come in and tromp us in
Possibly.
the first round and then go, like...
It does happen. A lot of people get wounds the first round.
Yeah, and
Not
a lot
everybody does.
Like in the case for me and you, if warriors show up,
Yeah.
it'll depend on if you build another warrior dungeon, then you're going to get tromped. If I build one, I'm going to get tromped. If neither one of us does, I'm going to get hit because I have more experience than you.
Okay.
And if it's a really big hero, then you're fine.
Well, they all do one, so
Yeah.
it does suck at the beginning, but you should be able to deal with it.
She wants to be with you.
No, she
wants the window.
Oh.
And now she got herself.
Oh, she's frustrated because she's stuck. Oh. Oh, she's really stuck.
Oh, babies. It's so sad looking.
Stop pulling. Stop pulling.
She gets nervous when she gets stuck.
There we go.
And then she gets stuck all the time.
You
Poor babies.
Where are you going now?
She's like, I've had enough of you. She's very grateful. Don't you like how grateful she was?
Yes, she was.
So grateful.
She was so
used you
grateful
as
she
a-
didn't attack me, like, or
Yeah.
claw me or kill me, so...
No, she doesn't. She's very good about that. Toby...
Not so much.
Yeah.
Toby gets nervous. She has no fear. Toby does.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you act like prey around him, he'll claw you. Or if you make him nervous, he might react. But Patty has no... If you step on her tail, she'll claw the hell out of you. But...
I just wanted to make sure I
Yeah.
grabbed her so that
Yeah.
she didn't go swinging off the frame.
Yeah,
she's
she's-
just hanging off.
she's just like hanging there.
No, that's not going to help you.
So funny things just happened. Those were watching. You can't see it, but my cat just Evil Knieveled off a chair onto a curtain and got stuck.
This is why we need the kitty cam.
That's
I know.
true.
When we have the second camera, which
We
I
should
should
just
get
like
next
have
week
the
sometime,
camera and like go around.
we'll have a kitty cam. Or the second camera will be the kitty cam, depending on how well it works with
I'll
this.
control the kitty cam.
And then, okay, at the end of the turn, any until end of turn effects are resolved. Any deactivated rooms are turned upright, so sometimes rooms will get turned sideways. It'll tell you on the card. Excuse me. In the event that a hero takes damage during the adventure phase but is returned to town or the entrance of a dungeon by a card ability, damage to that hero does not carry over on subsequent turns. So, for example, if it puts you back at the start, they're going to be healed and they're going to go through again. Sometimes the card will tell you that they have to go through again. Sometimes they just sit there until, you know, somebody steals them from you. And spell cards and activated abilities cannot be used during the end of turn phase. The game does not end until a full turn is complete and every eligible player has had a chance to resolve an adventure phase. So it's possible if somebody gets to 10 points and you complete the rest of the turn, somebody else could tie, we would continue until we have a tiebreaker.
Yeah, there is no tie wins.
No. Well, I mean, it is entirely possible if there's no way at the end of a resolve, if there's still a tie, highest XP boss wins.
Yeah.
So that's the game in a nutshell, but I'm going to really quick explain the expansion because now the heroes can have items. They can do more bad things.
I'm not used to this one.
And there's also new rooms. We get more stuff from that.
I noticed.
So the item deck, which is right here, just as next to hero deck most of the time. At the beginning of the turn phase, before heroes are revealed, you reveal one item. Oh, actually, us 2 items because we have a 4-player game going. Sorry. So 2 items. Each item attaches to the first hero in town that matches its treasure icon, or the matching hero who has been in town longest. A universal item attaches to the first hero that appears in town, or the hero that has been there longest. A hero may only have one attached item, and items do not attach to special heroes marked with a star icon. There's some heroes that are a little bit too powerful. You place the attached item underneath the hero with its hero ability text visible, so they get special abilities. And that hero has that ability until it's killed. If a hero with an attached item survives your dungeon, place the item face down on your scorekeeping area. However, if you kill a hero with an item, you may place that item face up in your scorekeeping area. However, you may only have one face up item. So if you find one that you like better, you have to put the other one face down.
Okay.
You choose which item to keep face up. But if you put it face down, it's face down for the rest of the game. So make that choice. During the build or adventure phase, whenever you could use a spell, you may expend an item to use its possibility.
Oh.
Declare the effect and flip the item face down to show that it is expended. So you can only use it once.
When something says next room, is it looking this way or this way?
For you, this way. No, towards the boss. Next room towards the boss.
Okay, so that's what. I'm
So
I'm
for example,
literally
if I use
trying.
an item here,
I'm just trying to make
next room means
sure
this one. The next
from
room
my
in
brain
sequence.
that I'm building. I'm literally trying to build this dungeon backwards.
Yes.
You are.
So I'm literally trying to build the hardest stuff closer to him, so on and so forth.
Yeah, well,
In some,
sometimes.
in some,
It depends.
yes.
Yeah. But that makes a difference for some of the cards.
Yes,
I have,
yes,
so
yes.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay.
At first, it might be hard to put the hardest stuff right at the start, but
You're building the dungeon out away from you so that
I'm
You can
picturing
kill
it
them
like
for
a
you, too.
side scroller.
That's exactly what it
The
is.
boss at the end.
It's a
Yeah,
side-scrolling
it's exactly
dungeon
what it is.
crawl.
Holding it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the basics have been.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
it. I mean, that's the game.
Okay,
So
so-
you're gonna pick 2 cards to discard.
Do we discard them face
Rooms,
up, face down?
Spells or
Spells go face up
everything?
here. Rooms go face up here. Yep, rooms, spells, whatever you want. I'm gonna separate them just a little bit so they're not too close. Although I might have to keep them close. All right. I'm gonna keep that.
You don't want to have a Geo party?
Sorry, I was explaining what we look at these.
I like Jeopardy. Okay, I can see why you don't want that one.
Yeah. No.
You're like, it's not useful right now.
Nope. Not even a little. Not comparative to what I have.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm keeping that.
Me, Sarah.
think I'm
Or no,
throwing
go
that
Sarah, me.
If
Sue,
one of these
and
says destroy another room in your dungeon, does that mean you can't place it first because there's no room to destroy? I don't get it.
If
It just means it won't destroy anything. It'll
Yeah,
just
like-
be a
Oh,
room.
okay.
yeah.
You don't have to use the effect.
Oh, you don't?
No. Well, I mean, you do if it's feasible.
there's
You
an
can,
option.
then you do.
Yeah, if
But
it's not,
the first room,
yeah.
you would destroy that room. For
Yeah.
example.
Right.
essentially, if you can't meet the effects of the room, it doesn't prevent you from playing the room.
Exactly.
It just doesn't do whatever it was going to
Yeah.
do as a result.
And there are some, like, for example,
And can it be a room before or after this room? It can be any room?
with
Yeah.
that effect,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, with the
I mean,
recycling
there's some effects
center,
you can just use to get the bonus of them.
Well,
too,
that's what I'm
so-
saying. It's like with the recycling room, with the room
Yeah.
effect she's describing, you get 2 cards for destroying a room you no longer care about.
Right.
Yep. I think I'm gonna keep this one.
Yeah.
And then need to get rid of 2 cards though. So.
But yeah, I like Medusa's the one I usually like to try to get.
Oh god, I don't know if I should do this one or not.
If you could
Yeah.
save it
No,
until the
wait.
epics come out, be like,
Yeah.
no, die.
Yeah. That's true. That's awesome.
I try to keep my dungeon at 4 rooms
Mhm.
until epic show up.
Yeah.
Why do I have
Alright.
2 of these? You know what? I'm gonna get rid of both
Alright, I
of them.
got mine.
2 dragon hatcheries. They're worth it, but alright, separate these just a little bit. We just want to make sure because if they're right on top
because
of each
that's
other from viewing
that's how
from
someone
above,
died. They used a dragon hatchery.
and got screwed.
Yeah, and got every hero
Right.
that
Oh.
came out pretty much.
All right, so before we draw a room card, we bring out the heroes. So here's hero number 1, a cleric.
Well, actually, isn't it items first? Since
Oh yeah, sorry,
2 items.
But,
2 items.
but they don't have anything to
Because they have to
yet.
attach when the heroes come out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got what is that?
Really? A Vorpal
Cleric,
blade?
Yeah,
and then
a Vorpal blade.
the other one must be
For fighters.
Fighters. Okay. So the first one's cleric, so she gets this. Holy hand grenade.
Oh God.
So I love the cleric she's an ordinary hero. She's the disastrous angel of light. Now she has 8 health. Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Created by the goddess of light to defend Arcadia, this kind angel, or this kid angel, never misses a shot with an enchanted crossbow, but she also has a holy hand
So
grenade.
basically, it's Kid Icarus
Pretty
as a
much.
lady
Yep, with a grenade.
with a grenade.
How the heck do you defeat that on the first round?
You
If
don't.
this hero survives your dungeon, you must discard 2 room cards at random.
Oh my
She
god.
blows them up from your hand. If you beat her, though, each of your opponents must discard 1 room at random if you
I
use
ain't
that
getting
ability. So that's that.
Yeah, and so that's
Hero
going after
number
Sarah.
2.
Yes.
Yup.
Yes, it is.
Yup. Hero
Well, it
number
makes sense.
2
This is a vampire.
Is a mage.
The cleric.
Thank God.
Teague in the magic bubble.
We don't want this to happen. We don't want this to
I
happen.
know.
Teague in the magic bubble. Armed with his trusty bubble, Teague braves dangerous castles and dungeons in search of musical instruments stolen from his people. Let's put this up top. So there's hero number 2. Hero number 3. A fighter. Ordinary hero. His name is Jarek, squire to the Lion Knights. As a squire, and Teague has 4 health. As a squire, Jarek loved nothing more than stories and legends. He had no idea that they would someday become one. He has 4 health and a Vorpal blade. Dear Lord. Oh, they've got the Jabberwock. It's the freaking Jabberwock.
It does another point of damage. Now.
So, if this hero survives your dungeon until the end of the turn,
He inflicts another point of damage.
he does 2. Wow. He only has 4 health though. If you beat him though, kill a hero who has taken damage equal to at least half its health.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet. And our last hero, I guess. Wait, can we slide those down just a little bit? The discard 2, somebody. Just need a little bit of room. I just want to separate.
I mean,
this
if
from
anything,
above.
we can start just kind
It's
of
true. I just want to try to keep it as
Yeah.
open as possible.
Is it
so
one
people
hero
viewing.
per? Is it one hero
per
One per
active.
player.
So if someone dies, I think
Another
less
fighter.
heroes come out.
Johnny of the Evening Watch.
So I'm getting screwed.
A
This
humble member of the Evening Watch whose band o' brothers is sworn to forsake family, take the gray, and clear dungeons. Johnny of the Watch.
Yeah.
And look at the picture.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
certain John.
He
And
knows
he has
nothing.
8 health.
So, just to clarify,
pain.
if I have a destroy another room card as my only room, can I still use the ability? It just won't.
No,
destroy
because
it.
you have to destroy the room in order to use
Damn
the
it.
ability.
You're gonna get another room. I would draw a card. A room card.
Yeah, if we go in experience order, then she's going to draw next.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
right, I draw last.
Do I draw
You have-
first every
yes.
time? Okay,
You have
I'll
900
draw
experience. I have 800.
Wow.
Sue has 650, and Ian has 400.
Wow.
This is a hot mess.
So are we supposed to discard one after? Or?
No,
She
no.
has 8
No.
health too. Oh my god.
I can't defeat anything. What are the
I'm
others?
toast.
There's 2 fighters, a mage, and a cleric. So if you want to play thief things, this is the safest time to do one right now,
I have no idea.
without attracting any danger to your dungeon.
Oh my lord. I don't want to bring a fighter over here, that's for dang sure.
Yeah, you would if you did play a fight out there, because you have more experience than me.
Nope. Nope. I'm looking for something. That
I
also
mean,
does
you are
damage.
welcome to do it if you want, but...
Oh man. I don't know what to do. I think I can do that. Alright, everybody play their thingies?
Yeah.
Alright, we flip.
So you... Oh, look!
We both use the brain sucker hive.
yeah.
All right, so now we lure.
So you're getting a cleric.
Yes, the cleric comes to me because I'm the only
The
one.
mage is coming to you. Because you have more experience than any of us. That's a fighter.
I'm
You're
safe.
getting
Oh.
a mage.
Sorry.
And these two end up coming to me.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a point damage. Whoops. Damage, not health.
I like the idea of
I am
this.
casting
This is
giant size.
I'm not done yet.
Oh,
I have to do this one.
That's right, yeah. Go ahead.
And I'm doing the same damn thing. Giant
Okay.
size.
Yeah.
So that I can kill him.
Giant sizing to kill
I'm gonna put my stuff up here.
the freaking squire.
So I have 1 point of damage, 1 soul,
So
and
the
can you put that in
the
discard?
fighter dies, and I gain his vorpal blade.
Nice.
Does that mean I can use a vorpal blade now?
Oh, we just have to flip it over because you only
Yeah.
get once.
So he'll come in, he'll take more than half his HP and damage, and he'll die.
Nice.
And once per turn, if a hero dies in this place, draw a spell card. So you get a spell
Oh,
card
that's
too.
right. Whoops. That's right. Oh, I have to discard 2 rune cards.
Oh, because of your the holy hand
Holy
grenade
hand.
that hit you.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry. I'm gonna get rid of that. And that.
Just making sure they stay in the same direction.
This would. Okay, I'm going to do this now, since it still would still be considered a combat phase right now, right?
Go to adventure phase right
Yeah.
now.
I'm going to use Soul Harvest. I choose a face down hero in my scorekeeping area, remove it from the game, draw 2 spells.
Whoa. Smart to do it now when nobody has really any points. Oh. It's actually over here.
I'm not going to be that mean right now. Alright, that's the end of this.
That was fun. Okay. 2 items. Magic Mirror for mages. Copy the boss ability of any face-up item card. Before this hero enters your dungeon, rearrange your rooms so that the order is reversed.
Oh god. It screws your dungeon.
Oh my god.
Anti-magic lizard, also for mages.
So,
That mage card.
you have to hope.
Choose an opponent that opponent discards a random spell card. That's if you win it. If this hero survives your dungeon, discard 2 random spell cards. Jeez. Hero number 1. I think we only draw 1 a turn each afterwards, right?
No, it's
We
still,
got 4. We keep
Yeah,
drawing 4.
it's, yeah.
Mage.
We always fill to a max
Yeah.
of 4.
Yes.
Like so, it's if
No, I think you can go past.
You can go past
leave
any,
some.
any heroes that do not adventure,
Stay, and then you add 4.
and then you add
Yeah.
4.
I see.
I remember now. So mage, we've got Kalish 9 Fingers. The worst thief ever. Kalish lost a finger and had his freedom in one night. Taught magic in prison by his sorceress cellmate, he now kills evil with fire. Kill it with fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hero number 2 is mage.
Oh god, Dracula.
Guardian Elf Pyromancer. Some elves just want to watch the world burn.
Wow.
6 health, 8 health.
Oh my god.
And also awful things. Number 3
Oh, it's Road Mage.
is a thief. Yep, he's a red mage. Lance Uppercut, treasure hunter. And he has a weapon and somebody's hat, fedora, that, probably... What? You know what? It's what's his face?
Yes, that man.
Yeah.
Who's certainly not Illinois James.
I couldn't remember his name. I think you can say his name. It doesn't matter. It's not like...
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you're certain allowed...
It's more along the lines of I don't necessarily want to draw and do attention
Good
to
point.
the game developers
Good point.
and their homages.
It is smart. Lance Uppercut, treasure hunter. He doesn't use a whip. He uses a bent blade. It looks like a whip, but it's a blade.
That's awesome.
With a bent blade and clenched fist, he gathers shining treasures for the glory of the Canish Empire. He only has 4 health, so you guys suck. And a mage.
Wow.
Randork the Never Wrong. 4 health, Schooled in 7 flavors of magic, Brandork follows the teachings of Master Face, the omniscient celestial.
Okay.
Okay, so we get to draw a room card.
Mm-hmm. You draw first.
Oh yeah.
Good. Yep,
Then
let's
you. Then you. Then me.
I have
Because
a
I
question.
suck.
draw. Yeah, wow.
Does anyone, in a show of hands, not like their hand? I can give you a new spell and 2 new rooms.
I like
No?
my hand, actually.
I like my hand.
Okay. I was just asking. But
Be known that if my hand keeps getting worse,
Right.
I won't care.
That's okay.
Alright, this is...
Why? What would happen? Would I get rid of my whole hand?
Yes, I would be destroying everyone's hand. That's why it's the card you got rid of.
Oh.
Oh, you can't play that.
And we can go ahead and put our next room down. If
Yes.
that's all right.
So when do we use spells that are used during the building?
Oh, you
phase?
just. Huh?
Spells that are used during the building phase.
You would use it now on your turn. So right now it's my turn to place
Oh,
my
sorry.
room.
I mean, technically,
We-
goes
yes,
simultaneously.
I
We
meant
can-
for spell. Yeah,
Yeah, for
depending
spell
on
stuff.
how it works.
That's why you kind of do it in order.
No, I'm not having that. I will send it that way. Thank you.
I'm okay with that.
If you want to do building spells, you would do it now.
Zombie attack. Choose a dead hero in an opponent's scorekeeping area. Send it back to the entrance of that player's dungeon until the end of turn. It has +2.
Oh, well.
So
So that would only be me.
I
Alright,
thought she
Oh,
had one.
you did kill one, right?
I mean, it's up to you if you,
So-
I mean, if
You can do
want
it
to use
with
her
me or him.
Yeah, you can target.
If you
either
want
of
to
us.
kill somebody, you have a better chance with him because his was powerful.
Why? What's yours' health?
6, I think.
It depends on which one I
Depends on
banish.
which one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It could be 4. Could be 8.
Yeah, it could be a weak one, or it could be equal to yours or not.
Yeah, you can't do the cleric because the cleric already did damage to me. So if we were trying to do that, that won't work.
So yeah, you can bring her mage back to life, or my face down hero back to life.
The mage will go to you though, won't it? Because I don't get it anymore, maybe.
No, it says
It's
specifically
the
to you.
entrance.
Okay.
Of
Yeah.
your-
So it depends on who she wants to have it hit.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping in mind that, well, actually, we don't know who the mages are going to hit this time. So,
Yes, that's true.
That's true.
however, in theory, they might be going after you. Well, actually, they might. Actually, right now, they're going after you. Technically.
Yeah, right now the
Potentially.
mages are going after you because me and her have built over our mage buildings.
Wow.
Yeah.
your boss has the spell
Has the
totem.
spell.
Yeah, I know, but how did you build over?
We,
You
can.
we put a room over
You
our building.
can?
Yeah,
Yeah.
either an advanced room, which would basically keep us mages, or a basic room, which will
Yeah.
make us something else. I had to. I'm like, no.
Oh, so the moment I saw you do that, I was like, no. No. I like that room, but no.
I got spanked by a cleric. I'm good. Do you want it to be me?
She caused this mess.
I'm all confused now on how the advanced rooms work. I mean,
They
it's-
work the same way as before. It's the basic rooms have no restrictions.
So
You
the
can
basic
put-
rooms you can still play on top of old rooms if you want to. The advanced rooms, when you play them, they have to be played on top of another room, and the symbols have to match. At least one of the symbols has
Yeah.
to match.
That's the only restriction for an advanced room.
yeah, but do you still get the effect of that?
No.
No,
what-
because you're replacing
No,
it.
you're wiping out the
literally-
room underneath it. Too.
Yeah, you're
There is
changing.
one advanced room. It depends on
There's
the
some that
advanced
let you look
room.
underneath.
Yeah.
Right. But
I think it's a spell. I don't think it's
but
the room.
natively,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, so whose hero are you bringing back to life?
of my heroes.
Hers.
Okay, so this goes underneath the hero because it gives it more health.
Hmm?
yeah, because it adds health.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah. So it's a 6 health minion now.
Alright.
And then
When do we get new spells?
you don't.
You don't unless
Until you have, unless you have a room or
when you
spells.
when you level up, you can
when you
draw
level up,
them.
you're going to get spells, but you have to have like special abilities like I've had to get more spells.
or room effects
Yeah.
will do it or whatever. Yeah.
So starting with the building effects,
Oh, yeah, we already.
because everyone's put the building down.
Yep.
So yours is now
And it's
open
open
grave.
grave. That's per turn if a
takes-
hero dies in this room, which he won't.
Yeah.
You choose one room card from the discard pile and put it in your hand. I have to do something because I ran out of rooms.
Minotaur maze. The first time a hero enters this room, send it back to the room it came. The first room, the one room. So it takes damage from a room again.
Yep,
Nice.
that's a good one.
Yep, I made a meat grinder with it.
It's like super
Oh, I
high.
can't do that. Damn it.
Why?
Because it was an advanced room, I didn't notice.
Oh,
Put a
That's
different
Mulligan.
room there. Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to. So
Yeah. Unless you have the ability to place it over top of your boulder ramp, but I doubt that.
yeah, if it has a cash symbol on it, you can put it on top of your boulder ramp.
I don't want to get rid of my boulder.
That's fine. I just
I guess this is the only thing I can do then. The Golem Factory.
you have
Once
that.
per turn, if a hero dies in this room, draw a room card,
okay.
which won't happen.